trade that player, trade Pop, trade. Like, I'm tired of it, dude. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing about trade Pop. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. No other coach will come in here and just change every single thing. Like, it's not going to happen. I've said this before. The reason why the San Antonio Spurs are so bad is because they're so young and they've rarely played together. All right. Sohan was basically our star last season. He's in a completely different role. He was in a completely different role for a big chunk of this season. Keldon Johnson is just Keldon Johnson. There's nothing to really say there. Victor Wembanyama, this is a completely new beast. No one knows how to even handle this. We have no idea what we're doing. Devin Vassell, last season, he was injured for a big chunk of it, and he's just now coming into the second. Well, actually, I think he's the most impactful scorer right now. But yeah, like he's our second guy basically behind Wemby. Sometimes our first guy on the team. Malachi Branham. This is all new for him. He's barely played. Like, he's a sophomore. Zach Collins, he's in his fourth. Hold on, I actually don't know this. Is this Zach Collins' fourth year? No, it's either third or fourth. Let's see. All right, games plays first year. We'll count that. All right, so injured. We probably won't count those. So yeah, fourth. We can say fourth, right? I think that's fair. Yeah, we can say that. 4 years. Sure. Let's go with 4. Basically, it's fourth. As far as starting, he's never started. His next game, well, actually, he probably won't start. Oh, next game, never mind, sorry. The most he's ever started in one season was 26 games out of 63. So yeah, he's let's not act like Zach Collins is just like a normal vet on this team, all right? And then when you look at the rest of the team, Osman, yeah, he's a vet, but yeah, McDermott, he's a vet, but they kind of are who they are, you know what I mean? This is a brand new team. If anybody thought that getting Victor Wembanyama this season would make you a playoff team, you were delusional. And I said it before. I said it before the season even started, that I didn't even think that the Spurs will make the play-in. And everybody was, well, not everybody. I'm strawmanning a little bit, but it was quite a few people upset about that. Like, what do you mean that they won't be a play-in team? You got a generational talent. Yeah, well, he's a rookie. He's 19 years old. I wasn't expecting the Spurs to come in and be world beaters, okay? There's a few games this season thus far with this tough schedule that I thought we should have won. And they know they should have won. At least 4 or 5 other games where I was kind of irritated that we lost. But for the most part, the games that we lost, we were probably supposed to lose. And then the one that actually stood out to me that I was really impressed by were actually the 2 against the Suns. That was super impressive, especially the second one. They blew them out. I just think the expectations were too high. Clan has Sohan underwear probably available merch. Yeah, go to clanthemerchfan.com. Wait, what did I even say about Sohan just now? This is what I'm saying. Like, what did I even say about Sohan that would make that comment come? Like, what did I say? All I said was this is a young team. I wasn't expecting them to be all that. But man, the idea that Popovich has lost it, Popovich is this and Popovich is that, I ain't getting that vibe, okay? Not getting that vibe from the players, not getting that vibe from Pop. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Not getting that vibe. Now, if Pop was out there, don't get me wrong, if Pop was out there and, okay, hold on. Actually, I'll say this, all right? Let's just make this we'll make this a quick hitter, all right? This is the one occurrence in which I would say Popovich needs to go. You guys ready? All right. This is what I would say if I said Pop needs to go. If almost every game that we watched had tremendous lack of effort. Has there been lack of effort here and there? Yeah. I could probably count it on my hand how many games where I thought genuinely the Spurs were not like giving it their all. Like they were just, I don't know, in la la land. Like there's a few of those. Happens with young teams. few of those. But I would need to see a team that absolutely just looks like they don't care about nothing. Like pointing the finger, no effort, just god awful. I haven't necessarily seen that. I've seen a Spurs team that has adjusted throughout the games. Even this game alone, there's been some lack of effort, which I didn't really like. But in the first quarter, the first couple quarters actually, the Spurs played with immense patience. They play much better than what we saw prior. I think the problem is a lot of people just see this team right now, and when you see losses, you just automatically assume they're just absolute trash. Everybody's terrible. And I'm gonna tell you this too. I think this is how fickle fans are. Okay, if Greg Popovich every single game was getting a technical, let's say what? How many games have we played? How many games have we played, chat? 27? I think it's 27 now. I can literally look at the freaking 27. All right. If every single game Popovich got a tech, I guarantee you every single fan would say Pop is giving it his all. He's out there coaching. There's only so much he can do. Like that's how fickle it is. Pop isn't set. Wait, is Pop 75? I thought Pop was 74. Hey, don't lie on Pop's age now. That's disrespectful. Hold on. I thought Pop was 74. Hold on. Yeah. Hey. Mods, ban this person. Pop is 75-year-old. That is terrible. Ban this person. He's 74. All right? He ain't 75 yet. That is so disrespectful. You are so disrespectful. 1 year. Actually, he was like 1 month off. But still, disrespectful. Ban him. Ban him. Put it down. Put the hammer down. Ban him. Where are you? Yeah, no, we can't. No. Don't lie. Don't start lying now. So with that ageism, man, just because he's old doesn't mean he can't coach. You joking? Pop's the man now. Pop's the man. I swear, though, seriously, I do believe, I know I'm joking around a lot. I seriously do believe that if Greg Popovich was getting a tech every single game, if he was thrown out of at least 10 games, I guarantee you fans would say Pop is doing everything he can. If Pop was yelling at players, telling them to sit down and putting in another player, I guarantee you they would say Pop's doing everything he can. Oh my God, I hate these arguments. Oh, Ruru, I hate these arguments. Ruru, I hate it so much. Please stop. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, Ruru, Pop, like this is not grounded in anything. Pop looks clueless. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know. I'm starting to realize that we're not watching the same games. I don't know. Clan, can I say something? Of course you can say so. You don't have to ask for my permission, man. Just don't say Popovich is older than he is, okay? Because that's very disrespectful. I don't think Popovich would appreciate that. That's all I'm saying. Exactly, Swish. If we fire Pop, roughly 2/3 of the league will be clamoring to see if he was willing to coach just a couple more years for them. Yes. Popovich is the best coach in the NBA. Period. I don't care what you say. I don't think there's one coach that comes to San Antonio and whips us into shape, all right? I don't think that's the case. You know, Popovich would look much better if we have veterans on this team. Pop would look much better. Give Pop a couple. Look, guys, Pop has what, 5 years on his contract? You know, there's no reason to give up on Pop yet, right? He hasn't done much for us, right? He hasn't done much for the franchise. He hasn't won that much, you know? He hasn't won that many games. I understand that. I know what you guys are coming from. It's not like he has a lot of wins under his belt. But just give him a couple years, okay? In this 5-year contract, just give him a couple years and see what happens with Wemby. All right. Let's see how he handles this rebuild. All right. We're only 1 year into the rebuild. Can we be patient? Can we be a little patient? Don't get me wrong. I know he hasn't done anything. Okay. I know he is a clean slate. I know Popovich is trash. He's garbage. I get it. I completely understand. But he's new to this coaching thing. All right. So just give him a couple years. Let's just see how he handles this rebuild. Okay. See, that's reverse psychology. Now I got people saying keep Pop. You see what just happened there? Pop has been tanking for 5 years. Are you? I'm sorry. I didn't know that the rebuild happened 5 years ago. I had no idea. I was not aware of this, actually, that we've been rebuilding for 5 years. I did not know this. I could have sworn that 5 years ago, the Spurs made the playoffs, and then they made the play-in, and then they made the play-in, and then they said, I think that it's time to rebuild. And then they traded some vets mid-season. Actually, that would have been mid-season. Mid-season, they traded some players, and then they tanked. I thought that's what happened. I had no idea the Spurs have been tanking for 5 years. 4 years. Oh, we've been tanking for 4 years. So the play-in and then the play-in were tanks. Those were tanks to you. When the Spurs were trying to clamor for the playoffs, those were tanks. I was not aware that we were tanking in those 2 years. That's what I'm saying. You just say anything. People just say anything, bro. I'm not in any type of... I'm in the bargaining phase. No, I'm not. I think it's just silly. The Spurs haven't been... the Spurs haven't been tanking for 5 years. Can we agree on that? Am I losing? I'm being gaslit right now. Who else in the chat believes the Spurs have been tanking for 5 years? The Spurs been in denial? Have the Spurs been rebuilding for 5 years? I was not aware. I was not aware. This is like some serious gaslighting going on right now. 4 years? I would say about 2 years. 2 years ago, we had DeJounte Murray. We were up in DeJounte Murray's value. How is that? I actually recall Spurs fans being angry that the Spurs weren't tanking. Do you remember? Am I going insane right now? Because at the time, especially 2019, I even thought this is a contender. Like, I thought that this was a legitimate playoff contender. There's no point in tanking yet. That's how I felt. And most Spurs fans didn't agree with that. They were like, no, we need to tank now. But now that we're finally tanking and we look bad, now we can kind of misconstrue what was going on. And now the Spurs have been tanking for 5 years. I don't recall us tanking for 5 years. Trading one all-star for another isn't tanking. Exactly, Swish. You traded Kawhi for DeRozan. That's the tank right there. Oh, now we're rebuilding. What are we talking about? Most people criticize the Spurs for not tanking back then because they said, hey, all of these pieces were for Kawhi. We don't have Kawhi. We need to tank now. And people were angry about that. They were angry that we weren't tanking. So I don't understand how all of a sudden now it's been 5 years of tanking. They just started tanking. I would say after trading, honestly, I would just say after trading DeJounte Murray. I know most people say it started with Derek, possibly. But I think trading DeJounte Murray was the big one. And then that's when the tank happened. That's when the rebuild happened. DeRozan is trash. Okay, everybody's trash, I guess. Everybody's trash. This roster, tanking. I know. I guess I'm using those two phrases interchangeably, and I probably shouldn't. Clan changed the subject. You changed the subject, Rod. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you, Rod. I apologize. I don't know. Hey, look. All I'm saying is, Popovich, give him a chance. All right, just give him a chance. I really do believe in this young coach. Okay. I know he hasn't shown anything yet, but just give him some time. All right. I believe in this coach. I do. I know I have nothing to base that off of, like no history, like nothing. I mean, he doesn't have that many wins in the National Basketball Association. Not really, not that many. Maybe just a few. Not that many. Actually, how many he has? I know he's like the worst coach that we could possibly have during this time. I know he's the worst. Yeah, see, he doesn't have that many. He doesn't. I know he hasn't proven anything yet. So just give him a second, all right? Just give him some time. Just give him some time. All right. He's only ahead of like coaches like Nelson, Wilkins, Sloan, Pat Riley, guys like that. But I really do believe that he could end up being the greatest coach of all time if you give him enough time. Just give him a couple years under this rebuild and see how he does. All right, can we just do that? Can we just be a little patient? Or do we want our cake now? All right. Okay, I'm off the subject now.